Welcome to another episode of the Same Cast Different Day podcast. I'm your host, MARTEL, ROWLAND. I would say sorry. Excuse my voice a little bit. My allergies still bother me quite a lot. But on this week's episode, I want to... Well, I shouldn't say this week's episode. This episode this week already came out, so it's almost like a special episode. But I want to talk the presidential debate, and all I have to say is if you do not have your mind made up about who you're going to vote for, that presidential debate should have basically summed it up for you who you should vote for. Let's start with Mike Pence. He did not answer not one question. Not one. It's like he avoided every question. And it's like, how do you expect the American people to vote for you if you don't answer none of the questions? He told a bunch of lies, and then some of the stuff that he said didn't even make sense. And there were times where it was a certain topic that he was supposed to be talking about, and he wasn't even talking about the topic. He wanted to go back on things that happened 5 minutes ago. So, in my opinion, he did not bring it. He was not all the way there. He did take advantage of some moments, but overall, people were saying Harris could have pushed back a little bit more, which I don't believe she really needed to. To be honest, I think that she did just fine. According to CNN, I think Mike Pence only had like 4 or 5 or more seconds of her speaking time. So basically, everyone had even speaking time, except for like off about 6 seconds or something like that. So yeah, and then Kamala Harris won my vote, even though I already voted. I voted early. I did absentee voting. I voted by mail, so my ballot was already sent in. But to be honest, if I was that person who didn't know who I was going to vote for, she would have sealed my vote with that performance she did last night. I liked how she didn't answer all the questions. There was one question she didn't answer, but overall, I was satisfied with her performance in the debate. I thought that she did hold her own against Mike Pence. And that look she gave him when she was lying, how you look at your mama how your mama look at you when you was lying, and I'm pretty sure y'all saw all the memes on Facebook and Twitter about that. It was priceless. And then when Mike had that fly on his head, oh God, Twitter erupted. Even my house here erupted. It was hilarious. And then how she looking at him like, I wonder when she was sitting up there looking at him, I wonder what she thinking like. He's already sitting up here lying, and then he got this damn fly on his head. Like, dude, I wonder did she see the fly on his head while he was talking, or it was just a hilarious moment. And with this election, when I say election, with this debate, I do believe the American people won. They finally got to hear about some of the issues that was going on, and all these other things. So overall, I really enjoyed watching this debate, even though, once again, the Trump administration just proved that they're a bunch of liars, as usual. The one part that got me was when they were talking about like the coronavirus, and then Pence brought up swine flu during the Obama administration, and he was like, that the Obama administration was lucky that swine flu wasn't as bad as it was, unless they would have had 2 million deaths on their hands if under the Obama administration compared to the 200,000 that died from coronavirus. And like they had said on CNN, like I can't think of one person that I know personally who have caught swine flu, and that whole swine flu thing, it came and went so fast. So it was like, it got to the point where I actually forgot that swine flu even happened. But then Mike Pence and President Donald Trump, whatever you want to call yourself, what about Ebola? What about Ebola? That happened under the Obama administration too. Guess what? All these people over here in Africa and wherever Ebola first started at, guess what? All these people is over here dying. We had one confirmed case, and I think that person was flying back to America when that case was confirmed or something like that, or he caught it overseas wherever he was at, and he was the only person who catch it. That's how under control that the administration had it. And then, like Kamala Harris said, they had scientists over in China who was working and collecting data on what was happening now that the Obama administration sent over. There was a panel of experts who worked on diseases and pandemics and whatever, and predicted this was happening, and you got rid of them under the Trump administration. So you guys knew what was coming. You knew back in January what was coming, but yet you decided not to say nothing, and you waited until March when you caused a panic. Although y'all said y'all want to downplay it to not create panic, but you did create a panic anyway. So Donald Trump going into the next presidential debate, if we have it considered that he tested positive for the coronavirus, and then he think he trying to downplay it like he's not, like it's not really affecting him. If you need oxygen, according to like doctors and stuff, you need oxygen and everything. We're needed oxygen while testing positive for coronavirus, and it's something to be very alarmed about. And he's not as healthy as some of these doctors or people are out here claiming. Just saying. And then the simple fact that a lot of these White House people have tested positive, just to show after he had did this what was it? Some type of thing in a rose garden. I don't know, don't remember what it was. Some type of rally, I think, or it was the convention thing. I don't know, but anyways, after he had this whole thing at the Rose Garden, all these people started testing positive, including the First Lady and Donald Trump. So it's just to prove that even though they were outside, it's still deadly and it still spread it. And Trump was still going to try to defend that it wasn't because of that. But anyways, uh, I believe the presidential debate was being watched worldwide, and I think this presidential debate did not make Americans look like a complete fool, which the last one did, thanks to Donald Trump and his shenanigans. So yeah, like I said, oh my god, my allergies are like really bad. I really need my medication to kick in. Um, oh my god, that threw me off. Oh yeah, so we did not look like a complete fool. Um, Overall, like I said, the American people won with this debate, and I'm so happy that we finally got to hear actual questions being answered by once again the Biden administration. Um, so yeah, overall I'm happy with the debate. I'm happy with Kamala Harris. I hope I pronounced her name right. And like I always say, make sure you get out there and vote, and please vote and make your voices be heard.